Hi everyone, I'm Michael, and today I will be discussing how we can restore the Lynnhaven River and other bodies of water by spreading awareness, organizing cleanups, and installing oysters. Many years ago, my grandpa used to tell me stories about the crystal clear water of the Lynnhaven River. Fast forward to today, and I am sad to see that the river is no longer anywhere close to being in pristine condition like it was those many years ago. However, if we take action, it is possible that we can restore the Lynnhaven to prime condition for future generations. Restoring the Lynnhaven and the other major water bodies in Virginia is an important task for all of us because much of the water we use is from such bodies. Moreover, according to Elliot Richmond, pollution of streams is a direct factor of the dirty water which affects the organisms of the Chesapeake Bay. The first step we can take to restore the Lynnhaven is to organize cleanups. Cleanups are a great way to remove a considerable amount of trash from the water while getting your community involved. By organizing cleanups, you are able to bring together your community and spread awareness to more and more people, which will urge others to clean the river. When organizing a cleanup, the Lynnhaven River Now encourages organizers to advertise the cleanup so that each turnout will yield many volunteers. Each cleanup will require materials including trash bags, work gloves, grabbers, and possibly canoes or kayaks. Each volunteer will have their own bag and pick up as much trash as they can. These cleanups are an excellent way to have a direct effect on reducing the amount of dirty water runoff resulting from the trash. Elliot Richmond explains in her Pollutions of Streams article that each body of water is part of a watershed. In this case, the Lynnhaven River is part of the Chesapeake Bay watershed. All water flows through rivers and streams and collects at the watershed level. This is why it is so important to do cleanups, because the pollution of trash causes dirty water runoff to flow through the watershed. This can affect drinking water and wildlife. So how can we filter this dirty water runoff? This brings me to my next point. In addition to organizing cleanups, installing oyster reefs will certainly help filter and clean water. According to the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, oysters are natural filters which can filter up to 50 gallons a day. This is simply amazing and explains that oysters are a great way to clean the Lynnhaven. In fact, the CBF have already begun to install oysters in the Lynnhaven. According to TCA Regional News, the CBF was granted $200,000 from the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation to rebuild oyster reefs. As a result, the CBF is able to do some real good, since the grants allowed them to develop the Lynnhaven River into a fully restored oyster habitat. In addition to the grants, the CBF hopes to add 10 billion oysters to the bay by 2025. They have kept their promise, as many people can go to the CBF and receive thousands of oysters and raise them in their backyard. Hopefully, if more and more people start raising oysters, the Lynnhaven will be filtered and restored. However, oysters not only filter water, but also provide a habitat for wildlife, such as fish, crabs, plankton, etc. Oyster reefs are important to the ecosystem, and the people because with a healthier ecosystem, there is more fish for fishermen to catch, so that there is more food in the industry. As wildlife thrives and the water is more clean, the recreation industry also improves. Having clear water and lots of fish will certainly be a lot of fun for boat, jet ski, and canoe owners, and will certainly attract tourists. In conclusion, we have seen how cleanups and oysters can help clean the water around us. Moreover, we have learned that spreading awareness is important to keeping the water clean for future generations. All in all, I urge you to take action before it is too late in your communities to make a change. It is detrimental that we take steps forward and begin organizing cleanups and raising oysters so that the water around us is as clean as ever. Not only does it affect our drinking water, but just having clean, clear water can also help wildlife flourish, as well as make boating and other water activities more enjoyable. Thank you.